going on, everybody? It's your girl Ebony. Welcome back to my channel. For those who don't know me, or if this is the first video you've seen of mine, my name is Ebony Vanzant, and as you can tell by the title, I will be talking about how to get pregnant on the first try. So first, before I say anything else, quick disclaimer: I am not a specialist. I don't, this is not my job. I don't know like specifics on this kind of stuff. I researched everything that I'm going to be talking about, everything, because I wanted to get pregnant on the first try. So you also need to do your research as well. I'm going to be giving good tips on how to get pregnant on the first try because it worked for me. So I'm hoping it works for you. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get into the video. So first things first, let's do a recap. Oh wait. For those who don't follow me on social media, I'm pregnant with my second child. I meant to say that. So yeah, I'm 12 weeks pregnant. I've got a 17-month-old baby girl. And yeah, we got pregnant. Well, I found out in December. So yeah, I'm 12 weeks. So anyways, recap of my first pregnancy. I gave birth to my daughter Leilani August 27th of 2019. So when we were trying to get pregnant with her, it took us about a year and maybe a few months. I didn't research back then. I just kind of was like, okay, obviously you do the do and you get pregnant. Obviously that's not what happens every time, because there's a lot of things that is involved with getting pregnant. Some people, it happens on the first try because it's unplanned, so it kind of happens a lot quicker. But for moms who want to get pregnant and they're planning, it's stress involved. So it doesn't happen right away because you're thinking about it and that's all you care about. And every month, you get that negative pregnancy test and kind of brings your spirits down. But that's kind of what happened with us on our first baby. We definitely were trying, and we were stressing about it and making it regimental, like we want to get pregnant because, but yeah. So on the second baby, I wanted to make sure that I researched and I was very well knowledgeable, I guess, on the stuff that I wanted to do naturally to get pregnant. So yeah, so I had her August 2019. I solely breastfed, and then 4 months, 5 months, I started to introduce solids. And then, months went by and I was weaning her, not feeding her, not breastfeeding her as much. And then I actually got my period May of 2020. So I didn't have a period that entire time. And then when I got my period, I was telling my husband, I was like, we can have a baby soon if you want to, but we never really discussed specifically when we wanted to have another kid. We kind of were just going about our lives normally. We didn't actually talk about when we wanted to have a kid. So the whole year went by a little bit and we got to October and I was like, hey, we're getting closer to the time that I got pregnant with our first child. I did not want them to have the same birth month, but that kind of happened, and I am actually due August 13th, 2 weeks before my daughter's second birthday. I didn't want them to have close birthdays, but it just happened. We kind of waited too long. So in October, I was telling him, hey, we kind of start thinking about trying soon because, I don't want them having the same birthday or birth month. And then weirdly, I was in the kitchen, I was cooking dinner, and my daughter was in there, and my husband was in there as well. And my daughter has never done this before. She bent over and was looking through her legs. And I instantly started freaking out. And my husband was like, what's going on? What's wrong? And I was like, she's looking through her legs. She's looking through her legs. And he was like, what does that mean? What does that mean? I was like, that it's an old wives' tale that means that she's looking for her baby brother or sister, her next sibling. And for those who don't know what that means, it's an old wives' tale for, you'll be getting pregnant soon, or you know, your kid is looking for their new sibling. And I believe in that kind of stuff. So I was so excited because she's never done that before. And she actually did it like 2 times after that. And I was just so excited. I was like, oh my God, you know, this could be happening soon. So after that, I definitely went online, researched on how to get pregnant on the first try. I found some really good tips that I used. So everything that I'll be talking about is what I used and on how we got pregnant on the first try. So I will go into that. All right, so first things first, prenatals. Before you get pregnant, you can start taking these. You know, it says, okay, so this is the one that I have. You can see it, it's Spring Valley adult gummy prenatals. I can't take pills. I don't like it. It freaks me out. So I take gummies. Anytime I had to take anything, it's always gummies. And so yeah, it's a multivitamin with DHA and folic acid dietary supplement. It's really good to take these before you're pregnant because of the nutrients that it has in it. For most people, they don't really pay attention to when they get pregnant. You know, some people don't watch their bodies as much as others. Like I watch my body. I knew I was pregnant before I even took the test. So, but this will help with the stuff that you're lacking. You know, your baby pulls from you, and it's definitely good to take prenatals before you even get pregnant at all. So that is definitely something you should do. I don't think it matters specifically which prenatals you use. I just used this on my first pregnancy, so this is what I use. I got this from Walmart. It's not expensive at all. It has 90 gummies in it. I think it says twice a day you're supposed to take these. So, but yeah, first things first, prenatals for sure. Okay, the second thing that I used is fertility tracker apps. I have about 3 of them on my phone because when you plug in the information of when your last period was, you know, when you had sex, and for some reason the apps don't come out with the same fertility week on each app. It's different on the apps, and it's weird. So I had 3 to generalize when I ovulated and when my fertility week was. So I had at least a generalization of when I ovulated. So it's good to track your periods so you know when, you know when that window is, you know if you're tracking everything. It's just good to have that information anyways to look back on. So the third thing that I used were ovulation strips. Now, what is it? Is that my hair? So this narrows down specifically the day that you ovulate, which I believe helped us a lot with getting pregnant. I know some people say to have sex every day of your fertility week, but I don't, for me personally, I don't think that helps doing it every day. So we did it kind of like every other day. I wasn't specific on the beginning of the week, more or less when I actually ovulated. So every morning I peed on the strip, and then it would show, you know, light strip or like a dark strip, obviously. But it comes with, where's the information? I believe this came with 20 ovulation tests. So my, the week is only 7. Your fertility week is only 7 days, so that's how much I used. Oh, and I will link everything in the description below. Everything that I bought, where I got it from, I will put all of it in the link in the description below, so you can get it as well. But yeah, and it comes with 5 pregnancy tests as well. So yeah, every day I took a test, and so my fertility week was at the end of the month. So I had already got my period in October, so I was waiting. This was in November, so I was waiting to the end of the month, and then so I ovulated on the 24th. So you have 24 hours from when you take the test. You have 24 hours. Like, I guess, yeah, that's basically, that's how it goes, right? So yeah, I took the test on the 23rd and the 24th, and they were both pretty significantly dark. And I was like, okay, it's go time. We need to try on these 2 days, because these days count the most. And I believe that's what helped us, was narrowing down specifically when the ovulation day was. I mean, my apps told me, like, it might be on the 23rd, it might be on the 24th, you know, each app said a different day, which does not help at all. But the test definitely helped for sure. And this was not expensive. I got this on eBay. I don't even remember how much it was. I know it was cheap though. I try not to spend, like, you know, you're using this and throwing it away. I try not to spend much on this kind of stuff. But I will put all this in the link so you'll know how much it is. So that was the fourth thing, right? That was the third thing, sorry. I think the third thing. So the fourth thing that I did, which you're gonna think is silly, but I think this is what helped along with the test strips, is here, a menstrual cup. Now, I have never used this before. When I get my periods, I use pads, that's it. I have never used this. And I know this is a good eco-friendly way of, you know, going about your period. But when I heard about the menstrual cup and how it helps surrogates get pregnant on the first try, when I heard that surrogate moms use the menstrual cup to get pregnant on the first try, I was like, that could work. And so on the 23rd and the 24th that I had those 2 dark strips, we went ahead and, you know, did our thing. And I put this in right afterwards. I didn't get up. I didn't go to the bathroom or anything. I put this in immediately. It was sitting right beside me. And then I elevated my hips. I did that for at least 15-20 minutes. I had a pillow under my hips and I elevated them. So I did that on the 23rd and the 24th. And then you can only leave it in for like 12 hours. So I took it out the next morning, rinsed it, cleaned it, and then, you know, the next day. So yeah, the 24th was the end of my fertility week. And because the next day I actually I was on a plane to Michigan for Thanksgiving. So when I got back from Michigan, it was like the 30th or the 31st, I think, is when I got back. So I knew that my period was around the corner. It comes normally on between the 6th and the 8th. So I was like, you know, did it work? You know, I'm so excited. I don't know. I was like freaking out, stressing, trying not to think about it, but like, it's really hard to, because I want to know if it worked, you know? So that week I was very nervous, and I kept testing. I was testing too early, and the tests were, you know, negative because obviously it was too early. So I tested on the 4th, and I got a very faint positive test, and I was so happy. The reason why I took that test, because I actually took these strips on the ovulation test. I took those because they're free. Obviously, they come with 5 of them. I took a not a clear blue. What's the pink one? I can't think of the pink one. Anyway, I took the pink one that I got from Walmart, and that's the one I took. It was a faint line. I was so happy. I knew that I was pregnant because for some reason I was rushing to go to the bathroom. Like, I couldn't even hold my pee. And that does not happen. Like, I could hold my pee for a good little minute before, you know, I need to go. I had got in from outside. I think I went to the store, and I came in. I was like holding my legs, trying to inch my way to the bathroom because I was about to pee on myself. And I was like, that's odd, you know? And so I had an inkling. I was like, did it work? Am I pregnant? So I ended up getting a positive. I am pregnant at 12 weeks. So I was very shocked at what I used worked for me. And I'm hoping that this helps future moms out there, or moms who are trying again to get pregnant. And it shouldn't be as difficult as it is, but it's just the way it is. So I really hope that this helped. And if you honestly try everything that I'm using, please let me know in the comments if you got pregnant, you know, and if it worked for you. And there's other videos out there that talk about, you know, the menstrual cup or using the strips or other dietary stuff to help you get pregnant. And you do whatever works for you. Don't feel that you have to use what I use. Just you do whatever feels right for you. And yeah, I've been meaning to get this video out, but I wasn't sure if I should because, you know, I'm not a specialist. I don't, you know, have a background in this kind of stuff, and but I really wanted to get this information out because some moms out there or some women out there have been trying for years or months and years, you know, to get pregnant. So I just wanted to help out, and I hope I did. But I hope this helped, and I hope you guys like it. If you do, please give it a big thumbs up. And if you aren't subscribed, go ahead and, you know, help me out, subscribe. And I guess I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.